I'm getting ready to head to a cookie exchange, and this is my traditional snowflake gingerbread cookies that I always make, and I just wanted to show people how easy it is to make them because people seem to be intimidated by them, but they're quite simple. So obviously I've already made gingerbread, and I like them because they're dark, and I always use white frosting because I just think it's classic white, and then I use pixie dust to finish them off. And so obviously I've got them all cooked, and they really look pretty crappy right now. But once you put all the frosting on and different designs, then and then finish with pixie dust, then they look awesome. So I just thought I'd give a few directions. So consistency of the frosting is really important, and I use piping bags. And when you hold the bag, you hold up here. You don't squish down here, which kids tend to do. It's all from up here. This is just kind of to guide it. So the frosting is a little bit warm because I've been handling it for a while. So I'm just going to show you with my standard design, and he's going to come down and look directly on top. So I would like kind of start my lines with little dots, and you hold it down, and when you keep squishing it makes a dot, and then go directly across, hold it for a minute, and then you lift straight up. Start again, go straight down, squish it for a little bit, then drag it across. Oh, I didn't put my dot in the middle. And then kind of let a dot there. The dots at the ends really kind of finishes it off. And then go across. And then let go for a little bit and lift straight up. See, I didn't put my dot in the middle, and that got kind of cattywampus. So then I go up here, hold it a little bit, and then go to the other side, hold it, lift straight up, hold for a second to make my dot, and then squish for a minute, lift up, and then just keep going on like that. So it's pretty simple. Nothing looks hard here so far. It does take a minute to get that hold down, lift up technique going. So there's the first step. Then I just do the whole thing again down below. Hold for a sec, lift up. Hold for a sec, lift up. Just keep going on all 6 arms. Last one. And then, oops, see, I flipped it over too much. I didn't go straight up. I went to the side and it flopped over. So then I do a big dot here and drag it to the center. Dot, drag it to the center. Hold dot, drag to the center. This point you might be able to cover up that little messy middle. Hold down, drag to the center. And that's my standard basic design. Then I put a little pixie dust. These are about $8 at Baker's type stores or Hobby Lobby. I don't know. We have a Baker's right close by. Then I just sprinkle in the middle because I'm kind of a cheapskate and this is expensive. And I blow off the excess and put it in with the rest. And when you have a whole bunch of different designs, it's kind of, then nobody notices all the imperfections. So that's my basic one. That's my starting point that I always start with. And then I just kind of vary on that. See, my frosting is getting very warm and pliable, and the consistency is very important here. If it's too thick, obviously it won't come out easy. If it's too runny, it starts running. So now I'm just going to start with little circles at the top here. This is my slight variation. Just make a little circle, and it takes a little. See, that one got a little small. Last circle. This time I'm going to remember there's a little blob of flour that can mess things up. I put a dot in the middle just to keep everything centered. Then I'll draw a line all the way across. Oh, my circle came to dot. Then go around to this one. Now I go back to that basic technique of dot, a V, and a dot. Dot, V, dot, lift straight up, dot, V, dot, dot, V, dot, 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 V, dot. And then I just think, what do I want to do? Just basic dot, go to the center, dot, go to the center. Actually, it looks kind of like a, ooh, I don't know. And that one's that done. And you know what? When it looks a little barren, which is right here, then I just go back and fill it in. Oh well, it's not perfect, but you just keep going, and when you have a whole tray full of different designs, nobody notices. And then I tap it off because I don't... And then I always do the pixie dust on paper so that you can use just like glitter and tilt it in and pour it back into the jar. Okay, I'm going to try kind of a petal technique. So I just go and play. And this is stuck to the sheet. I'm going to start with the center and maybe make it like a petal right here. And a petal right here. Got a little big there. And you always know when you do this when your cookie's kind of off. Then maybe a line up to here with a dot. The dot. The dot. With a dot.
What?
And then I'm gonna do the same V again. That's always my standby. You know, we have the Chiefs game on in the background, don't we? That'll be little V. That's why I wanted the TV turned on. And then I like to fill in spaces with dots. Every little... Some spaces are smaller than others and bigger than others, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. Straight up. That one's done. Okay. And shake it off. Okay. And that's it. That's how easy it is.